Today, we celebrate Indiana statehood. On December 11, 1816, President James Madison signed the paperwork which made Indiana the 19th state in the Union. This year, we begin the celebration of our 205th birthday with a special message from our governor, Eric Holcomb.
Hello, I'm Governor Eric Holcomb, and I'm excited to join you all today to celebrate Indiana's 205th birthday, 205 years. And while a lot has changed through all of those 2 centuries and a little more, one thing has always remained the same: Indiana's great outdoors. Our state has had beautiful rivers, forests, trails, and parks, and so much nature to take in and enjoy. Whether it's farming, playing sports, going for a walk, riding a bike, or going for a swim, our land offers us a world of opportunities. That's why we take such great pride in caring for our great outdoors. Picking up trash and planting native trees and flowers and taking in the beauty of the world all around us are ways that we can continue to help Indiana have many more birthdays ahead. So, enjoy this year's Statehood Day and be sure to get outside and take it all in.
Indiana's history dates to our time as part of the Northwest Territory and the Indiana Territory. Indiana was considered part of the western wilderness, an untamed land of forests and swamps. As more settlers moved to the area, the territorial government began to make plans for statehood. To apply for statehood, we needed to create a document called a Constitution. A Constitution is a document which sets up a framework for the operation of a government. It defines how the government will work, tells who will write the laws, and explains how those laws will be written. It makes rules for how much the government can do and establishes rights and responsibilities for the people. A state constitution was required before Indiana could be admitted to the U.S. in 1816. For this purpose, a constitutional convention was held in the capital city of Corydon. The members of the convention produced a constitution for Indiana, which included a preamble or introduction and 12 articles or sections. The document included a Bill of Rights and a plan for a system of education. Among other important things, it established 3 branches of government, created a court system, and required men to serve in the militia. This 1816 Indiana Constitution served as the basis for government in the state's early years. However, as the population grew and economic conditions changed, the original Constitution seemed outdated. In 1850, there was a call for another constitutional convention. This time, the members met in the capital city of Indianapolis. However, changes were made in several areas, including the number of elected officials and how often the legislature would meet. A major provision was the rule that the state would not be permitted to go into debt. The 1851 Indiana Constitution has been amended or changed many times, but it continues to serve as the foundation of state government. Once again, this Statehood Day, we welcome the original Indiana state constitutions back to the rotunda of the Indiana State House. They're being placed in a special case created of wood from the constitutional elm which grew in Corydon. These historic documents remain at the State House each year until the end of the legislative session, so visitors from around the state, the nation, and the world can enjoy seeing them. Each year for Statehood Day, we focus on a different part of what makes up our great state. This year, we celebrate Indiana's great outdoors. As the governor said, this is an invitation to all Hoosiers to get outside and explore their neighborhoods, their communities, and the state for all the wonderful sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and activities waiting to be discovered outdoors. Being outside gives us opportunities to get fresh air and sunshine. There are fun places to visit and games to play. The natural world continues to amaze us as we learn about plants, animals, rocks, and waterways. There are city streets and country roads, backyards and farm fields, rivers and creeks, and dunes and caves all waiting for us to explore. We are lucky in Indiana to have lots of variety in our outdoors. Seasonal changes treat us to spring flowers, summer farm fields, autumn leaves, and the snow-covered world of winter. Plants and animals range from big to small in all kinds of colors, shapes, and sizes. Our waterways in Indiana range from marshy wetlands, calm canals, and trickling creeks to rivers, waterfalls, lakes, and reservoirs. Different land shapes around the state include flat fields, dunes, hills, karsts, mounds, lowlands, and caves. Landscapes of large cities, small towns, suburban neighborhoods, farms, and rural back roads invite us to explore the various impacts people have made on the land. Our state government has three branches that work together to help keep, protect, and fund ways to responsibly use our great outdoors. The executive branch, which includes Governor Eric Holcomb and Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch, works with many state agencies to help take care of our land, water, and air. They encourage Hoosiers to enjoy the outdoors and ask us to responsibly use our outdoor spaces so they're nice for us and nice for people in the future. The Indiana legislature spends time each year looking at the laws we have that are designed to protect Indiana land, water, and air. They assign money in the state budget to protect wild spaces and to help clean up spaces where pollution is damaging people, wildlife, and other spaces. Because Indiana is all interconnected, pollution in one area will eventually poison other places it moves through our water, air, and land. If you see a problem in your area, contact your senator and representative and see what they can do to help make your outdoors safe and clean again. The state has laws to help protect our natural resources. When those laws are broken, the courts will respond. Let's take a minute to meet the members of our Indiana Supreme Court.
Hello, I'm Chief Justice Loretta Rush. I have my 4 colleagues from the Indiana Supreme Court with me here today to celebrate Statehood Day. We usually do this in person. I usually do this with the governor in the State House, and my colleagues do it in different facilities around the state. Before joining the Supreme Court, I was an attorney in a law firm, and then I was also a trial court judge. Each of my colleagues comes from different backgrounds, and I want to introduce themselves to you. Justice David.
Hello, I'm Justice Stephen David. I used to be a trial court judge in Boone County. The 5 of us hear cases called oral arguments in the state courtroom that was used starting in 1888. The courtroom is one of 2 rooms in the State House where you can see stained glass from inside. The windows resemble owls, symbolizing wisdom.
Hi, I'm Justice Mark Massa. I previously served in various positions in state and federal justice systems and as a practicing lawyer, and before that, as a news reporter. There have been 110 justices on the Indiana Supreme Court since 1816. We're not elected. Instead, we go through a process called merit selection, where we interview with a committee, the governor makes an appointment, then voters are asked whether we should remain on the bench.
Hello, I'm Justice Jeffrey Slaughter. Before becoming a justice, I worked as a lawyer both in law firms and in government. Our state constitution gives the Indiana Supreme Court the important duty to deliver justice through our opinions and orders. As part of our duties, my colleagues and I do a lot of reading and writing.
Hello, I'm Justice Christopher Goff. I served as a trial court judge in Wabash County before I became a justice. As my colleagues said, we hear oral arguments, do a great deal of reading and writing, and when we make a decision about an issue, it's based on the law. You can read all of our decisions and watch the cases we hear live online at courts.in.gov. You can also follow us on Twitter at InCourts.
So in conclusion, many of us work for the judicial branch, and we're all here to serve you. There are over 200 Supreme Court employees that work for our court. We have nearly 700 judges or judicial officers all around the state. I think you've got one in your county at your courthouse. And many other justice stakeholders like probation officers, problem-solving court staffs, court reporters, prosecutors, defenders, bailiffs, and others. We're glad to celebrate Statehood Day with you, and we hope that you think about a career in public service. Happy Statehood Day. Thank you.
Other state agencies working to preserve Indiana's great outdoors and help us find ways to enjoy it include the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, the Indiana Department of Tourism, and especially the Indiana Department of Natural Resources. Do you like to visit parks, go hiking, camping, or swimming? Many of the places we go for outdoor recreation around our state are cared for by the Department of Natural Resources. Natural resources are the things in our world provided by nature, including the land and water. In and on these spaces, we live with all the plants and animals who make Indiana their home. We all need to help take care of natural resources. If we want to have clean water and air and good ground in which to grow our food, we each should do our part not to pollute. By not littering or dumping chemicals, not wasting water, electricity, or fuels, and not damaging plants and animals, we can make a difference in helping keep Indiana a safe and beautiful place to live.
Hello, everyone. I'm Suzanne Walker, and I'm the director of the Indiana Center for the Book and the Indiana Young Readers Center here at the Indiana State Library. Every year, in partnership with the Indiana State House, the Indiana State Museum, and the Indiana Historical Society, we host an essay contest to help celebrate Indiana's statehood. This year, we had over 400 fourth graders write essays on the theme of Indiana's great outdoors. The students wrote about waterways, parks and recreational areas, farming, and just enjoying a sunny day in the Hoosier Heartland. A big thanks to the Indiana Education Savings Authority for providing the prizes for our contest. 4 of our students took honors in the contest, and we look forward to sharing those essays with you in just a second. Our 4 winners for the 2021 Indiana Statehood Day Essay Contest are, in 4th place, Matthew Plath from Discovery Charter School in Porter, Indiana. In 3rd place, Lillian Weigel from Otterbein Elementary in Otterbein, Indiana. In 2nd place, Luke Gerhardt from Clarks Creek Elementary in Plainfield, Indiana. And our 1st place winner was Josiah Cook, a homeschooled student from Greenwood, Indiana. Enjoy the essays and happy statehood.
Hi, my name is Josiah. I'm a homeschooled 4th grader. My essay is called Indiana's Incredible Outdoors. From the shores of Lake Michigan to the banks of the Ohio River, Indiana is filled with amazing nature. You can see massive sand dunes in Indiana Dunes National Park, explore history at Falls of the Ohio State Park, or go fishing on a boat at Kegel's Mill Lake. Indiana Dunes National Park is a great place to fly a kite. There are some amazing snakes there, like the blue racer, and caverns carved out of limestone. Some of the impressive dunes are 200 feet tall. Some people think it is a desert, but it's actually on the shores of Lake Michigan. There is plenty of water there. One of the largest exposed fossil beds in the world is in Falls of the Ohio State Park. There are 220 acres of fossil beds. You cannot take home fossils, but you can explore the fossil beds when the water is low in the fall. You can go fishing, hiking, and picnicking while visiting the park. Kegel's Mill Lake was built in the 1950s as a flood control reservoir. A flood control reservoir is a dam that makes sure that another river does not get too high or low by creating a lake. This one protects the Eel and White rivers. You can also do fun things there, like go fishing on a boat and look for bald eagles. The sunrise is very pretty over the trees. You can explore limestone caves at the Indiana Dunes National Park or fossil beds at Falls of the Ohio State Park. At Kegel's Mill Lake, you can spend the day fishing or bird watching. Being outdoors can bring people together for a simple walk or memorable vacation. I'm thankful for Indiana's great outdoors.
Hi, I'm Luke Gerhardt and I'm from Clarks Creek Elementary School. Outdoors in Indiana. Each summer I watch the green corn stalks come alive from the road from where I live. The plants start off growing slowly as summer begins. In June they are only halfway done. In July they are fully grown and ready to, and by October they are brown and ready to be harvested. Indiana is a beautiful place year-round. Indiana's great outdoors has so much to offer. Indiana's crops such as soybeans and corn bring income to the farmers and workers in the fields. The country crops bring happiness to those that watch them grow each year. It is a beautiful place. It is a beautiful image to see country fields. Indiana's great outdoors also allow for great recreation. I have hiked at Morgan Monroe State Forest, Patoka Lake, Spring Mill Park, Eagle Creek, Lincoln Boyhood Memorial Park, and Turkey Run. These parks and forests are great places to enjoy nature. Swimming, hiking, and kayaking are all on my list when I go to parks. It's so much fun. Finally, the beautiful lakes and rivers that run through Indiana is important to ship products. My ancestors were on a boat that docked on the Ohio River in Troy, Indiana in the 1800s. These waterways allow people to swim and boat as well. On a hot summer day, splashing in Indiana's waterways is a great way to cool off. Indiana is a great place. The great outdoors provide for business as well as play. Visit the Indiana Treasure today.
Indiana's great outdoors. Chirp, chirp is what I hear when I wake up to the light shining through my bedroom window. My mom calls for me to go outside and play with her dog. As I walk outside, I think, the fresh air smells so good. I look at the flowers and the beauty of the plants all around, then ask my mom if we can walk to Mulvey Pond. I love to walk the trails from our house where there are wildflowers, beautiful butterflies, and if you get lucky, you'll see the bald eagle that lives nearby. As you can see, I don't have to go far to enjoy Indiana's great outdoors. Right outside our sliding door, I walk to our pond, carrying my fishing pole, and watch the sunbathing turtles dive into the water. Plop goes my bobber when it hits the water. I see the beaver that swims in our pond. He is funny when he flips his tail and makes a big splash that ripples through the water. I spot a deer prancing through the woods behind our house. Part of Indiana's great outdoors is the beauty all around me and the critters that live here. Although Indiana's great outdoors is right outside my home, there's one special place I like to visit, Lake James. I go swimming, tubing, and learn to water ski. I look at seaweed and find seashells to add to my collection. We take our bikes to Pokagon State Park and race around the trails. Indiana's great outdoors is also exploring different recreational spots. Where I live is very lucky because we have many great outdoor activities, and that's what keeps my family active on their feet. The great outdoors is my home, and that's what makes Indiana a great state.
Indiana's great outdoors. Nature and Indiana's waterways are very important to all Hoosiers, and especially to my family. Protecting nature and our waterways is a big part of what my family does. My mom works with Save the Dunes and is a volunteer with several environmental groups. My dad is the Chief of Resource Management for the Indiana Dunes National Park, where he leads the Natural Resource Program. My family founded the Northwest Indiana Paddling Association. Their mission is to help clean and protect our waterways and nature. I spend many of my weekends paddling in nature and cleaning up our waterways. Nature is very important because all life depends on it. Without clean water, clean air, and healthy environment, plants, animals, and people can't live. We need animals like butterflies, native bees, hummingbirds, and bats to help pollinate much of the food we eat. We need healthy trees to provide oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide. We need healthy wetlands to help filter the pollution out of the water that we drink and keep the water clean for fish, birds, and all life. There's one outdoor recreation place that is most special to me, the East Branch Little Calumet River. My dad leads the effort to protect and clean up the river. He cuts many log jams out. My family has cleaned lots of garbage from the river. My dad and his friends have preserved thousands of acres along the river for nature. I love to paddle this river because I know we were a big part of making it open for everyone. Protecting nature, our waterways, and providing outdoor recreation for Hoosiers to enjoy is important to Indiana. My family tries to do their part. Please join us.
Having heard how other people celebrate Indiana's great outdoors, now it is your turn. Think about places you can go to look at trees, grass, and flowers. Watch for the different colors and shapes of leaves on the trees and on the ground below them. Peek in the grass for insects. Notice bees buzzing in the flowers. And enjoy the colorful butterflies in the air. Listen for bird song and see if you can spot the singers. See how many different types of rocks you can find. You can find lots of ways to improve our great outdoors. Ask your teacher about starting a garden at your school for growing vegetables, or native Indiana flowers to encourage pollinators. Plant a tree. Recycle clean paper, cans, glass, and plastic to help us have less trash going to landfills. Organize a litter cleanup day in your neighborhood and encourage others to help you keep it looking good. Walk or ride a bike instead of going somewhere in a car. Have some fun outdoors. Find some friends and play a game. Visit a zoo, park, or historic site. Lie in the grass and find pictures in the clouds. Start a nature journal. Draw pictures and write stories about things you see, touch, hear, and smell. Go for a swim, hike a new trail, or sled down a hill. Indiana has outdoor fun all year long just waiting for you. From rolling sand dunes up top to the bottom's cliffy falls, through forest glens and fertile fields, our Hoosier outdoors calls. Picnics, parties, work and play in the open air. Gardens, parks, and woodlands, places we all share. Get outside, look to the sky, explore the ground below. Indiana's great outdoors is everywhere you go. Thank you for joining us to celebrate Indiana's Statehood Day and our amazing and adventure-filled Indiana Great Outdoors. Happy birthday, Indiana!